Wendi Conley, your North Texas Realtor, and I'm here today with Roger Williamson.
Williamson Foundation Repair.
And we're talking about inspections. Once you buy a home, we always encourage you to get a home inspection to just know the basic function of the home. So what I'm going to do is ask some questions about the inspection itself and how we should respond whenever we get a flag on the foundation.
Gotcha.
So, what happens?
Okay, so most of the time a general inspector is going to look at the house, and general inspectors don't typically have a lot of training or education or knowledge about foundations themselves, because the general inspector is a holistic person. They have to know roofs, and they have to know appliances, and they have to know hot water heaters and everything else. And it takes a long time to be an expert in foundations, and most of them are not, and they'll tell you they're not. Now, the general inspector has some liability for things. If he says the hot water heater's fine and 3 months later it goes, he can be responsible for that hot water heater. So for big things like the foundation, that he doesn't really have that much expertise in anyway, they typically are going to look for any reason they can to red flag a foundation and require you or suggest that you have someone more expertise look at it so that they can absolve themselves of liability on it. So first thing, if you get an inspection report that says foundation may have some issues, don't panic. That's pretty normal. I can tell you the last house I owned that I sold, the foundation was rock solid. I had steel piers on the whole thing. I shot elevations about every 3 months. That house didn't move a quarter of an inch. And the first thing on the inspection report when I sold it was the foundation was flagged because there was a crack in my driveway, which wasn't even part of the house. But they will always try to red flag that. So don't worry about it. Have a qualified foundation company or structural engineer come out and take a look at it. Foundation repair companies do that for free. Structural engineers anywhere from $300 to $500. And we'll let you know if you have an issue or not. But don't panic when you see a general inspection report. The other thing is, if they have a picture of the corner of the concrete of the house broken off, that's actually not a structural problem. It's not a foundation problem. It has to do with thermal expansion and post-tension slabs. But that will get it flagged and catch a lot of people's attention too, because it makes a great picture.
All right. So when I'm going through the inspection report with my clients, things that I see flagged as far as the foundation and would create an unsettled feeling in my buyers are there's cracks in the walls, there's cracks in the ceilings, there's the
cracks in the brick.
The cracks in the brick. There's movement at the corners. So when do I get anxious and need to call you, and when do I just go, oh, this is a house in Texas soil?
Both are equally acceptable, but I would say err on the side of caution. Have an expert look at it. Like I say, foundation repair companies don't charge anything. We can usually get out there in 48 to 72 hours. And we'll tell you whether there's something to be concerned about or not. So the first thing you have to know is you most likely are going to get a foundation that's flagged in that general inspection report. They're going to find a crack, they're going to find a separation, they're going to find something inside or outside the house. And if you go through an entire inside and outside of a house and you can't find a crack anywhere, that's what we call a brand new house. I mean, that sucker's a week old, okay? So cracks here and there that they're gonna take pictures of and everything are no big deal. Every house has them, it's normal, that's North Texas. But if it makes you at all concerned, give us a call. We really don't mind going out and looking.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
So if you have more questions, please don't hesitate to call me. My number is 682-777-1408, and I am Wendi Conley, your North Texas Realtor.